All right, so I've been looking for a better solution for ND filters for these naked GoPros with the Beta FPV case, and the case comes with an adapter for standard Hero 6 ND filter. And I did a video, I think I showed you the Telesin ones before, but there's some issues with that adapter, and I'm going to actually do a video later and try and fix that. But I picked up these ND filters from Camera Review. Actually, they sent them out to me, and this one here is the one for the Hero 6, and I actually got ones for the Hero 8 and Session 5. So if you don't know what these ND filters are from Camera Review, basically they have these adhesive stick-on things that just basically sticks onto the glass of the camera, and it cuts down the light. I see it's a little darker glass here. ND4, 8, 16, 32, I believe, are the ones that they have available, and they're available for the Hero 8, 6, 7, and also the 5 and the Session 5. So they have a wide variety. These you can pick up at Race Day Quads. I think they're like $10 each, and these have these little adhesive things you can peel off and replace if they fall off, for example, and they're meant to be peeled off and put back on if you're using them for the regular cameras. So basically they cut the light down so that you can control your shutter speed and get less jittery video, more smoother video from your GoPro footage, especially if we got really bright sunlight. So a lot of people that are trying to get better video tend to use these, especially in brighter conditions, to cut down the light so you can get smoother looking video, and that's what these are for. And that's what that adapter is for the GoPro light case with the naked camera case. And I made a new one for these Camera Review ND filters. So that is what you see here. Just goes on top like that, and then the glass actually just sits in these little grooves that hold it in place, and it's actually pretty secure. Now, in order to use this, you have to peel off the adhesive because it's not meant to stick on any glass. It's just going to be sitting inside these little channels on the print here, and it just goes in like, basically just goes in like that, and it just holds in it. So the this is, obviously you want to print this in TPU, and there's like, you can see the kind of angle there that is on the it'll just kind of grab the glass, and you're going to have to kind of bend this back a little bit to get this in there. So it's actually not that easy to get the glass in here. Made the tolerances very tight so that the glass won't pop off. If you're flying around, you don't want to lose this, of course. And it's also very tight to get this onto the lens, as basically the lens ring, I guess is what you call this here itself. What I would suggest is putting this on first, and because this TPU will flex a little bit, and then you can get this on. Got it on like that, and you can see I put a little bit of a channel in here, so that basically, because the when you're filming with the GoPro in 4.3 mode, it's got a very wide field of view vertically and horizontally, and so if you use any other kind of ND filters, like sometimes the adapters, the parts of the adapter will kind of show up in the video. So I made this basically like a channel, or like a little shallow area here with an angle, so that this actual adapter won't show up in the video at all. So I actually made about 10 revisions of this to get the angle right. Turns out you need a very shallow angle here because it's a very wide field of view, and even like these little things here will tend to show up as well if they're too tall. So there's a lot of it's a lot of I have to get a lot of fiddling around to get the accuracy right on the filter or the adapter so that it doesn't show up in the video. But that's what it looks like without the filter in there. And then the easiest way is to, I think, put them in the top and bottom channel first, like this. Spread those apart, and then stick them into the sides last. These will bend a little bit easier, and then you'll get it in there like that, and you can see that it's kind of, see how it's kind of bent to the side. Believe me, that ain't coming off. You can actually pull the whole adapter off with the glass before it'll release. You have to actually fiddle around with this and pull these down and pull this out, because there's 4 of them holding on that piece of glass. It's pretty secure. The way I printed this is SaneSmart TPU. I think it's like, I don't know exactly sure what density that is, but this is Sane Smart TPU. You want to print this in black. If you print it in white, which I did in some previous videos, you get reflections. You don't want that, so print it in black. And then I believe these are 100% infill on these, so you can do lower infill, but then these little teeth might flex a little bit more. So you want to test it to make sure that it's nice and secure before we actually use it. So if you want to get a little bit lighter print, you can do that. Anyway, so here's the print and the glass together. I just want to show you what these weigh. This is with the glass. It's coming in at 3.8 grams. And then this is what my print weighs. Your print might weigh different based on your print settings. But this one weighs 1.9 grams. And I believe my setup before with the stock or my modified Beta FPV adapter with the Telesin ND filter was something like 7 or 8 grams. So this is definitely, you're going to save some weight with this setup here if you want to be using some of these ND filters. Anyway, I'm just going to show you a little bit of flight footage from this. I haven't really flown it a whole lot, but this is definitely a much better ND filter than the Telesin one, but it's going to cost you a little bit more because they're a little bit more expensive. So anyway, the link to the print is on Thingiverse, and my Thingiverse account, I'll link that in the description. And if you want to know where to pick up these ND filters, they'll also be linked in the description as well. I think you pick them at Race Day Quads for about $10 each.